Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Emily. So I'm sure you're wondering what all this is behind me, and that's a great question. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's actually my initial designs for my Lego display in my office. And so my husband and I recently bought a house, which is super exciting. And we were fortunate enough to get enough space to where we have a Lego room, but I also get an office. And so in my office, I have this whole wall behind me. And I wasn't sure what to do with it, so I figured, you know what, let's put a Lego display back there. That'll look really cool. So that's kind of what I'm starting to do. And it's been a lot of brainstorming too, just trying to figure out like what sets to put in my Lego city versus what sets do I just want to display. Because we have a bunch of Star Wars sets, we have a bunch of like fun, kind of more like Disney sets. Like this Mickey and Minnie set here would not fit into a Lego city, obviously. So just sets like that, trying to kind of go through and think about what to display, what to put into the Lego city. It's been really exciting. It's been a lot of like different kinds of thinking, like designing a Lego display on a whole wall versus a Lego city are totally different things. And so I wanted to make this video because I've been going through this and I've been kind of struggling, and I kind of found a decent way to go about doing it. So I figured I would make this video to kind of just help out anyone who's just getting started with their Lego room too. So that's kind of what this will be, is a step-by-step, like from just an empty room to hopefully a full Lego city by the end. And, you know, kind of going through like what furniture to buy from IKEA, all that stuff. So I hope you'll stick with me because I'm really excited to show you what I've been working on. All right, so this is our Lego room, and here's all of our Lego sets on the floor. I mean, obviously this isn't like set up yet, it's clearly a mess, but we have a bunch of Lego sets, and we have like the creator sets, we have a lot of the fun like carnival sets, the Ferris wheel, the roller coaster, all of that. We have a bunch of modulars kind of all around. We have a Disney castle, and I know it doesn't look like it, but it's a Disney castle. It was just kind of like murdered during the move, so that'll be interesting to try to rebuild. Millennium Falcon, of course. So yeah, there's just like a ton of sets. There's a really good, healthy mix, and really what the challenge was kind of figuring out like what I want to display versus like what do I want to put in our Lego city. And so in this room, this is kind of the area where I want to have my Lego city eventually. Basically, I think it'll be a U shape. I think that'll work with two tables kind of like here and here, one kind of along the back wall, and then another table kind of stretching out like that to have a nice little U, so you can kind of like walk into the middle here and kind of be surrounded by our Lego city. I think that'll look really good. And also, my husband and I are super into Star Wars. He started collecting sets back in the early 2000s. So he has a ton of really awesome old sets that I'm very jealous of. But anyways, we're hoping to finally have like room to actually build. So we're gonna put a building table here where we can just build all sorts of Lego sets, like whatever. We'll have this light from the window, and that's gonna be really nice. And then on this wall, I was debating whether or not to display here or have like a mock table. And I think I might do some floating shelves to have it kind of, you know, still be able to display some sets, but also just have like a table here to do some Star Wars mocks, because we both really like Rich Boy J's and Solid Big Studios mocks. The Star Wars ones, they're just really cool. So we're hoping to do something kind of like that eventually, because we just never had the space for it before. So now we actually have like a whole wall to actually put our mock and spend some time on it. So that's gonna be really exciting. So now we're back into my office, and basically this whole wall behind me, I just wanted it to be a display wall for the Lego sets that just don't really fit into a Lego city. We have a bunch of Star Wars sets and some Disney sets, just sets that you wouldn't put into your city, essentially, like art sets, I guess. And so this is kind of what we're planning on doing with it. I'm gonna put a IKEA, like the Billy bookshelf on this side, and over there, basically like here. And then I really want to get the kind of cube shelf bookshelves, like the ones with the 4 cubes in it. I don't know what you would call that, but that's what I'm going to put here. And it'll be like a 2x4 cube. So it's kind of short because I really want to put the Millennium Falcon kind of like upright. And if it was any taller, it would just kind of look weird. So I'm going to do that, and that'll probably come up kind of like this. And then some floating shelves above it. It'll look really cool. And, you know, like, I want to put some sets here, like the Mickey and Minnie ones. I want to put, like, we have just, like, a bunch of Star Wars ships. So that'll finally be somewhere where I can actually put those and have them make sense. And it'll look really cool. I also got this light from Costco for pretty cheap, so check Costco if you want some cool LEDs. But what I'm planning on doing is kind of having it go up and then across and then up again. So just having that purple light, or whatever color, you can change the color on this, so it's pretty cool. To kind of accentuate the Lego sets and just make it look a lot better than just a bookshelf behind me. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. And yeah, we're gonna try to go to IKEA soon and hopefully it all works out. So those are kind of my ideas on what I want to do in the Lego room, as well as my office kind of display wall behind me. But there was a lot more that went into it, like what furniture to include, how much furniture, what size is the furniture, just kind of like planning out what the room will look like, because I don't have that eye. I know some people have that like interior design eye. That's not me. I do not have those skills. So I really need to actually like diagram it out. And I found this really awesome software online that's free that I figured I would show you guys. So it's called Draw.io and it's actually amazing. I wish I had found this sooner. It is so great. Essentially what it is like a flowchart builder, I guess. That's what I've used it for at least, but it does a ton of other things. You can do Venn diagrams, it says you can do tables, stuff like that. But what I do with it is plan out Lego rooms. So this is kind of what it looks like, and I just changed the grid from 10 points to 1 point because I'm working in inches. I'm in America, inches, and if you leave it at 10, it'll do like 10, 20, 30, and my room is 142 inches by 176, so 10s don't really work for me. So we start by just creating like a little rectangle here, and so yeah, so there's our little rectangle. That's what the shape of our Lego room is. Let me zoom in, and then it's so easy from here. And so I've been looking at the Lindemann tables from IKEA, and I believe they're about like 59 inches by 30 inches, something like that. So I'm gonna make these tables and start kind of designing what my city will look like. So you guys can just kind of see what my process was for that. So I said it's about 30 inches. I'm gonna do 29, just to make sure that I know that it fits by, let's see, 59. Okay, cool. So this is what one of the tables looks like, and I'm gonna rotate it like that. Put it there. You can copy and paste it. There we go. So there we go. Okay, so that's kind of what I had in mind. And then I also want to put a table at the far end where the window is. And remember, the door's here, and then there's another door here. So I can't put anything in this corner. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was looking at, is having this little U shape with a building table there. The closet will be over in this corner. So I think we're good to go, at least for the most part. That's kind of like what I had in mind. But anyways, that was just like a really quick one. Here's my finalized one that looks way better. I labeled everything, it's color coded, it looks great. So this is what it will look like, hopefully. This is what I'm planning on buying, is like a really big Billy bookshelf for this wall over here and have it be a display area. I said earlier I wasn't sure whether or not to do like a mock building area or a bookshelf, and I'm still not sure, but I put that in there for now just because I know it'll fit. So if I decide not to have two tables over here, I can still display stuff and I know what kind of furniture I'll need. These are some Billy bookshelves. Again, they're kind of smaller ones from IKEA. And then here's those big IKEA tables, the Lindemann tables. So I'll link all of these in the description below so you know exactly what I'm looking at. So yeah, that's kind of my workflow for this. And it just has made things so much easier for me. I am not an interior design person. I'm not like creative in that sense. I can't picture a room without actually like seeing examples. So this has been a huge help for me. All right, well, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you found that useful, and make sure to stay tuned because there will be a lot more videos like this coming soon. This is gonna take a while, and I really hope that it looks good in the end. I'm gonna be so disappointed if it doesn't. So if you have any ideas or suggestions, please leave me a comment below because I would love to hear that. I am definitely a newbie at this, so any suggestions you have will be very welcome. Alrighty, well, I'll see you guys next time.